Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting, Hammond, Louisiana. Another daily question from our YouTube channel answered right here on YouTube. Remember, if you would like to have any of your questions answered in a YouTube video, please leave it in the comment section below. Also, if you would like to grow your pressure washing business at a phenomenal rate, please go check out BillyDavidsonVIP.com. There'll be a link down in the description where some very exclusive training videos on how you can grow your pressure washing business all year round. So in this video, we're going to talk about a question we have from Scott. The question is, what is the longest length of pressure hose that you can have to downstream effectively? Well, there's a couple answers to this, and it's not just one or the other. So we're going to kind of get into a little bit of what you can do to increase the length of your hose. So Scott is correct. 100 to 150 feet is pretty much the maximum that the hose length needs to be for you to downstream effectively. Now, if you go to 200 or 250 feet, will that turn the downstream injector off completely? And oftentimes not, but it does reduce your effectiveness of downstream. And so let's say if you're having a 1 to 10 ratio, if on 150 feet of hose, you may have a 1 to 20 ratio on a 250 foot hose. So it kind of goes down gradually, but then at some point, the downstream injector completely quits siphoning whatsoever. And the reason for that is because you have so much back pressure on that downstream injector that is near the pump. So if you can imagine trying to blow through a 10-foot straw, you're going to have that type of resistance versus a more resistance if you're blowing through a 30-foot straw. So you have that back pressure on the siphon rate. Now, a couple things you can do to kind of negate some of the back pressure is taking off the wand and using an open ball valve to downstream. That is one method that we use. In addition to that, you can also move the downstream injector closer to the wand, somewhere in the middle of 100 or 200 feet of hose. Now, that's going to cause a couple of issues because you're going to have to bring your bucket up the pressure line, stabilize it somewhere on the ground, and I will tell you, usually you will pull it over and spill chemical in the customer's yard. So if you're going to use something like that, maybe use a dolly or have someone hold it, the hose and the bucket, so that it doesn't get pulled over. But moving that bucket up the line could definitely get you the reach that you might be needing. I have seen some guys even put the downstream injector right behind the wand, so it's really right there next to you with about a 15-foot siphon hose. And there again, you're not going to have much range moving from left to right, and you're going to have to be dragging your pail or your bucket around. Like I said, I've done it with a dolly before, so you know, that's a couple things you can think about. Another thing you can think about is lowering the idle on your machine. By lowering the idle from a full throttle setting down to about a 50% setting, oftentimes that will increase your downstream capabilities another 50 to 75 feet. So again, that's a couple things that could help you downstream better. Also, if you need a chemical ratio chart that teaches you exactly how to mix your chemicals to clean certain surfaces, we also have that chemical ratio chart in a PDF file that you can download on your phone and have with you 24 hours a day on BillyDavidsonVIP.com. So guys, again, hopefully this helps. Please give us a like, subscribe. Also leave a comment in the section below if you would like one of your questions answered here on a YouTube video. Again, I'm Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting, and I surely hope to see you in the next video.